Hi guys, Coach Kara here. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're here with another relationship or dating topic. And judging by the title, we are talking about revenge cheating. All right, so let's just get right into it. So there are typically three types of revenge cheating, okay? And typically when someone decides to indulge in this sort of betrayal, this sort of disloyal act, well, either it is solely intentional for this to be discovered by their partner, for whatever reason, they could have been betrayed. Maybe the person committed infidelity on them, perhaps took 5 grand out of the saving account without their permission. Whatever the issue is, it is an intent to seek revenge for whatever purpose. All right. And then there may be another matter of just secretly getting revenge on your person for whatever reason. And that reason may solely be just to make the person feel good, to feel some sort of resolve or whatever it is that they're trying to accomplish, but that usually doesn't go that way. All right. So let's just talk about it. So we're going to talk about the first type of revenge cheating, and that is usually emotional cheating. Emotional cheating, which could be considered as the most dangerous of all, because when you begin to bond with another individual for whatever reason, and you gain some sort of connection, it builds over a period of time. Now, depending on what your purpose is here, if you're trying to have another relationship outside of the one that you have, or you're just getting what it is that you need from this individual that you're not actually getting from home, then it is what it is. And this sort of emotional connection may continue for quite some time. When it comes to emotional cheating, it's usually rarely short-lived. I mean, I want to say minimum 6 months, okay? This may be the person that you can actually confide in. You share your thoughts, your ideals, your expressions. However, there usually is rarely any contact. So you may see this sort of revenge cheating online or messaging, talking on the phone, that sort of thing. There really isn't any actual physical connection or any face-to-face interaction. It's all emotional, and that builds over time. And we know, people, when you are dealing with emotions, anything can transpire thereafter once those emotions have reached a certain peak. Okay, so that is one level of cheating. And again, that could be the most dangerous because we're talking about feels here. The next could be dating cheating. You actually want to go out with this person. You actually want to spend time with this individual. Though your heart and your head might be with your actual person who you really want to be with, again, it could be numerous reasons as to why you're trying to cheat in this whole situation. So it's going to vary from person to person, to relationship to relationship. So if this individual is actually going out, spending time with another person, communicating, touching, not necessarily being intimate or intimate on a sexual level, not necessarily being romantic, but you guys are kicking it, you're having fun, you go out, you have coffee, you may go to a movie, whatever it is, but you're dating, you're actually seeing each other. And this is another circumstance that can actually grow into something more. Okay, so basically this individual could become either your side boo or your future love. You understand? So yeah, another type of cheating that you really want to be fearful of. And lastly, physical cheating, sex. Now, typically when it's all about sex, and when I say all about sex, it's minimal communication. You guys only message or talk to each other when you're trying to link up. It's more like a sneaky link situation, basically, when it's sexual. Okay, get at me here, we'll meet here, we'll do our thing, we'll keep it moving. There's little emotional involvement, mental connection. There's just maybe a little hanging out. You might meet up and have drinks every now and then, something like that. But it's really more about sex than anything, which is equally as bad. But this, when it comes to something that's more sexual, you can actually detach from it because the heart may not be there. The head may not be there. You may not wake up with this person on the forefront of your mind. You see what I'm saying? That sort of thing. So it's something easily that you can detach yourself out of. But this is the type of cheating that is most devastating. Okay? Though your person that you with, regardless of what it is that they've done to you, they may not be, concerned about you getting with the person, running off into the sunset. No. It's the fact that you gave yourself away. You gave those energies that you shared with that person away to someone else, despite what they've done to you. So now this sort of interaction is intercourse. Having this person to touch you, to kiss you, to feel you. That is what's most shocking and traumatizing. Okay? In most revenge cheating. Not usually the emotional cheating, because, well, either you're going to leave the person and go be with that person because now you bonded with them emotionally. And that's usually what happens with that sort of cheating, ultimately. But when it comes to sexual cheating, it's most devastating. And that's when people get hurt. Not like physically, emotionally and physically. Yes. So what do we do here in the aftermath of it all? See, if you're trying to get back at your person for whatever it is that they've done to you, clearly you don't want your relationship anymore. I mean, that's just telling. And there's usually two types of partners that are on the receiving end of this. One is the one who is going to be mad as hell with you. They're going to fight with you. How could you do that to me? And go yada, yada, yada. You guys are going to go back and forth, and find yourself in the most toxic situation of just walking on eggshells constantly, not trusting each other. Trust is gone. It's deceased at this point. If they did something and you did something what may be considered even twice as worse than what they did, I mean, you're looking at two of the same types of people here. You're both conniving savages. You destroyed something that could have been worked on, possibly. And if it was already toxic, this just adds fuel to the fire. You didn't make it any better. So if you got someone who's arguing with you and they're fighting with you, I don't know, now they may be bashing your windows out. It could actually worsen the situation because they actually want the situation, your relationship or lack thereof, they want it to continue. But now that you've gone and gotten revenge back on them, it just really changes the dynamic, like severely. And they're not going to let you, they may not be willing to let you go like that. Even if you wanted to let it go, they may not want to. And see, now this is when it gets serious. Now that you've gotten a person back intentionally, perhaps, and they're saying, no, you're not going anywhere. You're going to say, we're going to deal with it. We're going to work this thing out. We're going to fight. We're going to cuss each other out. We're going to do all kinds of nasties to each other, but you're not going anywhere. Now what? See, you got what you wanted from them, which was the anger or hurt, whatever you were trying to achieve. You got that. But now you have to deal with the other things that go with this, right? With this type of person who may not want to leave the connection, who may still think you are just as savage as they are. Doesn't matter. They want this toxicity. How are you going to deal with that? It's going to vary upon, each individual out there. Okay, now you may have the other type of partner who may have done you completely wrong, broke your heart. The trust is just completely diminished. You really can't look at this person anymore, and then you go and you cheat regardless of what kind of cheating it is, and then they somehow find out, maybe unintentionally, maybe you really are involved with this person that you've been connecting with emotionally, and they just so happen to see the text. Okay, so this is what you're doing, or you're getting back at me because of what I've done 6 months ago. All right, gotcha. Okay, all right, do your thing. I'm out. They leave. Now what? You wanted to get revenge, you got your revenge, but now this person leaves. See, again, there's usually two types. The one that's going to fight to stay in this toxicity, and the one who doesn't give a damn. And they're just going to leave you because they now see you differently. They now see you much like themselves. They may not want someone like them. Like, okay, they may be saying, I know I'm a bit savage. Yeah, I'm a beast at times. But at the same time, I don't want to sleep next to that. I chose you for the sole purpose of you being the complete opposite of me. But then you go there and you show me. You do the same thing that I've done to you. Or worse. I don't want that. And then they walk away. So now what? See, my point that I'm trying to make is revenge cheating, it really doesn't get you anywhere. Like, you're still going to be distraught. You're still going to be traumatized, devastated, angry, resentful, unforgiving. It's going to take you on all different types of emotional planes that you've never even experienced. Because now you're going to feel even twice as worse because you did the same thing, if not worse than what they've done. What they were doing may not have been intentional or with any malintent, or maybe it was. But what does it solve? What does that outcome look like for you in the future? And now you're going to sit back and say, well, I kind of went and did the same thing, or I started doing this, but what does that get you? Now, what does it get you emotionally is what I'm saying. Now you're going to have thoughts about this. You're never going to forget it. You will never forget your revenge cheating. I promise you. It's going to always affect you. Unless you can come to this person and talk about it and say, hey, I did this because of this. You guys can talk about it and make it make sense and then go your ways. Then you may get some relief out of it. Okay. You did that. I did this. Let's just depart, let's go our separate ways. Then that's the only way that you're really going to gain some closure out of this. And if you're trying to fight for this and trying to be with each other, you seriously need to talk to a counselor or some sort of relationship coach or therapist to guide you through this, because it's going to be devastating. You're going to have a ton of reminders as for your person, through songs, movies. Every time cheating comes up, it's everywhere. It's inevitable. You're never going to want your person to look at someone or them feeling the same way. It's always going to be something. So you're never really going to be quite comfortable in your connection ever again. When both of you have done the worst destruction you could do to any kind of relationship by being unfaithful and disloyal. All right. So yeah, just wanted to share this video with you. And I know all of you out there may have unique situations. So if indeed you have experienced this, or you are going through this, or you're thinking about revenge cheating and you need some guidance, some coaching through this, all of my information will be linked down below. I am here for you to help you work through this sort of ordeal, okay? And I thank you all for joining me always. That is all for now, my loves. Until next time.